Hello and welcome to today's video. Today we are looking at my very last Black Friday purchase. We did it, finally. It was the last day of April when I wrote this. This polish is The Living Usually Won't See the Dead by Bee's Knees Lacquer. This is a neon orange crelly with a shifting chartreuse blue and purple shimmer. The BKL website says that this has a green shimmer, and that is true, but there are so many more shifts in this. I realize my bottle shot is not showing any of that. Sadly, we will have to wait for the full hand shots. As they say, I was not prepared. I'm willing to attest to green, blue, and purple, but there might be orange and gold in there too. This polish is not to be underestimated. This might be in my best polish of the year video. If not, it is a very strong contender. In the first coat, this has surprisingly good opacity. Luckily, it is not hitting my crelly ick because it is just so bright and colorful. For those that wear seasonally, I could see this being both a Halloween polish and a summer polish. I am not personally a seasonal wearer. During application, my lights are not letting this shift, so we are only going to see the neon creamsicle base as well as the chartreuse shimmer. I think it's just a bit too bright to call it a lime, so I'm sticking with chartreuse. It is surprisingly even in one, so this could be another candidate for an undie if that was something you wanted to do. I would never do so just because I buy polishes as is, with the intent to use them as they are. But I do think that some will want to wear this in 2 coats for a slightly softer look, and some will want to wear this in 3 for a slightly brighter, slightly more punchy, more opaque look. I feel like my footage makes the polish look completely opaque in the second coat. It isn't. I could see through the polish at extreme angles, I could see my nail line, and I could see my half moon near the cuticle. I would give it a rating of 85%. Now normally I would have stopped in 2. It had good color saturation, lots of shimmer, and enough coverage for me. However, it looked a little strange next to the polish on my other hand that was very opaque and dark. That is, with you, I forget my goddess, so I decided to put on a 3rd coat to see if they would look more cohesive. And sure enough, yes they did. But I personally liked it in 2 and would wear it that way. In 3 coats, this isn't completely opaque, but you are going to have to try to see through this. I would give it a rating of 95% at this point. I liked that it now matched my other hand. Your specific application is going to impact how this looks. If you paint thinner, you're going to get a more squishy result, and you might want a 3rd coat if you don't like that crelly squish. If you paint in more normal coats, you'll probably get to stop in 2, but for those allergic to nail line, an undie or 3 coats are your options. Despite being bright, this does not stain. And I can say that with complete confidence because I put it on the hand that did not have crazy staining. But my bright pink staining is gone, so it was never going to be a problem. And now, the attention this polish absolutely deserves. We are outside, but I did not get full sun. This is through just a bit of cloud cover. We are starting out on the right-hand side with the orange base showing, and some chartreuse shimmer, maybe gold, when my fingers are pointed down. As I lift them, you can see that shimmer shift into blue and purple. It pulls the base to look a very pink-toned coral. Absolutely stunning. Sorry if you can hear my stomach rumbling, it will not shut up. Again, I was not prepared. And this is not even in very good light. Imagine this in full sunlight. As I move over to the left, the tips of my nails show more gold and orange, and they do let that base show through more. When I raise my fingers on that side, you get the full force of that blue and purple. I don't know if this is a true neon, meaning that it would react to black light, but I think the color is piercing enough to describe it as a neon. We have the same problem with this shot that we did with the last one. This wasn't the brightest of light, but it was what we had. I'm just glad to be able to go outside again. In the shade, we start out seeing the orange base with the shimmer looking potentially orange and gold, and into that more familiar chartreuse. When I raise my fingers, I see a bit of blue that pulls the polish to look coral. As I sweep over to the left and the supposed sunlight, not much changes, but I think the blue into purple is more dominant now. This is another case of sweeping back and forth, seemingly doing less than raising and lowering my fingers. Now normally I tell you the shimmer in a polish is being blown out in this shot when I'm facing the window. Not this time. This is pretty much what the polish looks like. So bright, so changeable. Near the window this looks quite pink because of the strong blue to purple shimmer, but it can also look more orange at my fingertips. As I move around to the artificial light on the left, it shifts more into orange, gold, and chartreuse with the orange base returning. If Barbie were an orange aficionado, this would be Barbie orange. Again, I cannot rave about this enough. Beautiful. I'm still wearing this when I started to record the audio, and I will be sad to take it off. It's good I still have other things to swatch, or I might just put it right back on. Maybe I'll be able to sneak it into a Skittle sometime soon, or maybe wear it in the summer. And that is all for today. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe so that I can convince my chipmunks to buy into my acorn crypto, which is definitely not a scam. Please enjoy a clip of my chipmunk enjoying her bribe so that I can film without worrying about my toes.
Oh, are you helping, Chippy? I know. Always. Just love that you've got to get your butt right in it. There you go. Silly chipmunk.